Welcome back to Studio 5. Even the best relationships can feel a little lonely sometimes. So today we're sharing ways to lose the loneliness and bring couples closer together. And who better to help us do that than Studio 5 relationship contributor, Dr. Matt Townsend. He is riding high off of his date night. I have to just deviate from topic for a minute. That was awesome.
Wasn't that amazing?
It was fun.
Well, thank you for being there.
Are you kidding? I got to introduce him.
Me. That
I
was
shared
huge.
every embarrassing story that I could drum up in the moment.
Yeah, that was rude.
This was about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, the back waxing. That was weird.
Oh my gosh, we didn't talk about that.
Oh, sorry. Did I just say that out loud?
You didn't talk.
That was
audience
amazing.
Loved you. You did a great job.
But it's your fans.
Your fans.
KSL's fans.
We had a great time.
They love you.
If you missed out, you should be sad you did.
And we're going to talk a little bit about it.
Yes.
Not that your people need that.
Never.
But their spouses do.
Because as you like to say, you're not messed up, but the person sitting next to you might be.
They are jacked up.
Well, this topic, lonely in marriage, how does that happen?
It happens to every human being, right? So think about it. All of us, we married each other. We had all this chemistry. Life was so easy because there was love.
Yes.
And when you've got love, everything is there.
Love is all you need.
Thank you, Mr. Beetle. Anyway, in the end, it ends up fading. Not the love, but the chemistry fades.
Yeah.
And then we have to kind of find another way to love each other. We have to find another way to connect, another way to kind of know who you are. The problem is we all have memories. So I kind of think I know my wife. I already know her because I've been with you for 25 years. We just celebrated our 25th anniversary. What more do I need to know? Yeah. The reality is, though, what people say is this. When they're like breaking up and they're struggling, I feel like you don't even know me.
You don't even know me.
You don't have a clue who I am. If you think that, you don't have a clue who I am. So that ends up making us feel lonely. We're not connected to somebody because we actually think in this world, nobody knows me. Nobody knows my heart, especially the one I love the most.
You talk about in this world, right, where we're supposed to be more connected than ever, more in touch than ever. Is there a modern angle to this program?
Oh, sure. So you think about all the technology, all the opportunities. We have more things to distract us than ever before. We are the most distracted we've ever been. We have the lowest attention span that we've had as the human race. You know, we used to have to pay attention because you'll die. But now we don't even have attention span longer than about 8 or 9 seconds. And so all of that gets in the way. We have a very kind of intrusive media world that's constantly looking for us. Our phones beep, they vibrate. So all of this takes precedence over our relationship, but we're gonna show you how you close the gap. I mean, it's crumbling. That gap will fall apart kind of naturally if you let life just carry you. But there's a way to bring it back, and you can actually close the gap.
The first step you say is to adjust your perspective and to actually look at life with entirely new eyes, your partners. You
got to understand their life, not from your frame of reference, but from theirs. So what we did at the date night that was a really fun activity is I gave everybody 2 lists. One list was like negative traits, and one was positive traits. And I wanted each of the people in the couple to identify like 8 or so negative traits. Things that they see on the negative trait list that they actually relate to.
About their partner?
No, about themselves.
About
like,
them.
I might feel lazy. I might feel, entitled or negative. I might notice that I'm a little bit selfish, and I wanted them to identify 8, and then 8 positive ones, like funny, incredible, whatever nice, whatever words they were. And then I wanted them to sit down with each other and learn. So when your husband says he feels selfish, what does he mean from his frame of reference about being selfish? See, normally, like, if I feel like I'm selfish, my wife might try to say, oh, you're not selfish, you're just a man. You're not selfish. She'll try to talk me out of it.
Yeah, yeah.
But what she might want to do is understand
why you're saying
why
that.
I feel like I'm selfish. Or I might feel like I'm smart, but my wife may say something that makes me not feel smart. Or she may not ever ask for my advice. So all of a sudden, I'm married to somebody that actually doesn't think I'm smart, even though I think I'm smart. And it's simply because she doesn't know that that's how I probably see myself. Because I'm not going to come out and say, you know, I really feel like I'm smarter than you give me credit for, because that's usually what will come out in a fight. But what we need to start to do is not understand how I see you. I need to start understanding how you see you, because once I know that you feel insecure, then that's why we fight about if I was talking too long to someone else. It's not about the someone else, it's that you don't feel I cared enough about you to bring you into the conversation.
So once you know that information, we've self-identified strengths and weaknesses, and we're trying to see those through our partner's eyes.
What are the things they're struggling with?
What do we do with that information then?
Then I need to show I care. So if a partner feels like that they're insecure, then what you might want to do is understand that when they don't want to go to a party, it's not because they hate your friends. It might be because they're insecure. And actually just reinforce, I know how hard this is for you to go to these kind of parties, because like we talked about, you feel sometimes insecure. I just thank you for coming, and I'll do what I can while we're together to make you feel more secure. And let's just actually start dealing with what they think about themselves, instead of just trying to make them be more secure or fighting about the party when the party's not the issue. The deeper issue is, it's always down there deeper, and if I can get down to the real issue, then now you can start to see that I do care, because I know who you are, and I'll help from your frame of reference, and I'll help make you you.
We do glaze over it, though, because that was the perfect example. I don't remember what adjective you used, insecure maybe, but you say to your wife, I feel insecure, and your wife says, oh, you don't need to feel insecure. You kind of glaze over it, try to smooth it over, when really we should be unearthing what's beneath it.
That's right. And what we see, we always try to glaze over it, especially like security issues. I feel like I'm not smart enough, someone may say. You're smart. Are you kidding? You're the only one that has the... And we, boom.
Yeah.
The problem with it is the minute I say that, you go back to lonely, like, see? Nobody gets what I feel.
You don't understand me.
And when you don't understand me at the base level, you cannot care for me.
I know a word that comes up a lot when you're coaching and counseling with couples is the word safe. How can we make sure our partner feels safe and secure in the relationship?
Think about that. People aren't going to give you more information about where they're vulnerable. Like in that date night, we had, I think, 1,300 people. I had 600 men in the room writing down 8 adjectives that are negative that they relate to, that kind of describe them. For them to share those with their partner, it would have to be pretty safe. We want to make sure that our partner feels safe enough, and one of the fastest ways to do that is just say you'll stay. Keep telling your partner, babe, I'm in. I'm not leaving you. I mean, sure, you couldn't make dinner tonight because of the problem with the weevils in the wheat. I get it, but you know what, babe, I'll never leave you. I'm totally in.
I'm in.
I'm in, and when you keep saying, I'm in, I'm never going to leave you. I'm not going to leave you for this. Even though I know you're 8 negative and you're 8 positives, I love all of it. I just need to learn how to manage it all.
Quickly, how does physical closeness help close this gap?
You know, it can help. It does. It's not always the key, except some people need to, that's a way to feel safe, right? Some people equate love to touch. Some people equate love to just at least knowing that I have someone there that'll hold me. And I always think back to the old days when you could just go to your mom and she would just hold you. So there's some people that because they were traumatized at a younger age or their parents weren't there for them, all they want is someone to just hold them. And then the sad thing is sometimes that goes where we shouldn't take it always. But the cool thing about it is we should be able to just hold each other. And by the way, hold each other's stories, hold each other's good and their bad, hold everything. We should be able to handle that with each other instead of just sweeping over it, pretending like it doesn't exist.
This was a great conversation.
Cool stuff,
Thank you so much. On your website, starvedmarriage.com, you have a tool couples can access.
Brand new online website, online activity workshop. My entire workshop that I teach privately is now online, and you can go online, take the workshop, great prices, and if you need a coach, we can get you some coaches because we're starting to train coaches as well.
Starvedmarriage.com.
Good stuff.
That's where you want to go. Thanks, Matt.
Thanks, Brett.
We'll be back.